right, how many of you want to have some fun in the next 20 minutes? Only one person. I could only hear one person. How many of you want to have some fun? How many of you want to show some love to the person next to you? Can you show the love to the person next to you right now? Go ahead and do that. Give them a hug. Give them a hug. Come on, give them a hug. Get up and give them a hug. Come on, guys. You're so lazy right after lunchtime. Come on, get up and give them a hug, Baba. By the way, flying kiss. You know, we live in a Wi-Fi world. Kiss bhi Wi-Fi mein ja raha hai. Right? All right. So, I have very little time, like 20 minutes, you know, it's very difficult to stop me. That's the whole problem. So anyway, I will try to do my best to give my best in the next 20 minutes time. Are you open to receive whatever I share? Yes. Can I see a action? Like only one person said, yeah, I'm ready to receive. Can I see a show of hands? Koi bhi nahi kar raha hai. Actions speak louder than words. Exactly. Give me a high five for that. Right. What's his name? Jagan. Give a round of applause to Jagan. Come on, bring the energy up, guys. She's not clapping, I'm watching you. All right. So, first, let's give a round of applause to Sunita and Riaz. They are doing a fabulous job. Let's give them a round of applause. I sincerely want to thank them for inviting me here. I've been like running around for a lot of stuff, but you know, they made it a point that, you know, I'm here. They've been chasing me. But all said and done, I'm here. And then let's do a good job right now. Right? How many of you are from corporates? Work. How many of you work in corporates? Work. Where in corporates? Okay. How many of you were in corporates? Okay, so how many of you want to join corporates? Oh my God, I'm talking to a wrong audience. Where is Riaz? All right, so Riaz, none of them from corporates. Right? So anyway. I'm talking to a wrong audience, I'm going by. All right. So anyway, I'm going to talk something which is universal. And I think somewhere in our busy lives, we have forgotten. Turn the board this side, no? Yeah. What's the word? Love. Twice as louder. Love. Right? Somewhere in our busy lives, in the corporate world or in a general world, we have forgotten the word called love. And I've been working with corporates across India and a little bit outside of India. And the one thing that I really want to talk about is the word where a culture is built around this word called love. What's the word, please? Love. Now, love means a lot of different things to a lot of people, but in a corporate context and in a general context as well. If you want to understand this love, is the word love, I think we should break it down and understand it as an acronym. And I'm going to break that down and I say, if you really want to be happy, one of the first things that you really need is the word called, what's the word? Love. Twice louder? Love. Now, let's actually understand why do I say learn. How many of you have seen kids of this age group around you? How many of you have kids of this age group? How many of you were of that age sometime in your life? Just checking. Some of you are thinking. Right? This was a great age for all of us to be in because this age was an age of why. How was that energy? Can I hear you guys? Come on, guys, you can do better. And how much of happiness did they have at that time? They were very happy. They were not bothered about the world. Like if they fall, they get up, they cry, but they just move on. Right? Great age to be in because you learned maximum, your energy was high, you had no inhibitions. And the maximum learning usually happens in that age. But unfortunately or fortunately, we all grew up. Right? Unfortunate or fortunate, I do not know, but how many of you have seen kids of this age group, 1 to 5, 15 years? How many of you were of that age? Just checking again. Still running? Oh. All right. So 1 to 50, 5 to 5 years, amazing age of why. 5 to 15 years, something happens. What happens in 5 to 15 years? Schooling happens. Give a round of applause. There's a saying which goes something like this. I was born intelligent, but the education ruined me. Right? So you get conditioned, and you were told that this is happiness, that is not happiness. You should do this, you should not do this. And somewhere in that process, we get, we were told that, accumulating wealth is happiness. We were told that, getting designations is happiness. And in that entire race, we forget to learn, because the fact is this: if you really want to be happy, one thing that we should not be stopping is learning. We get conditioned in this age, and we have our own definitions of happiness. Can I quickly hear it from some people around? What is your definition of happiness? What does the society tell you that this is? What does happiness mean? Come on, guys. Silence is dangerous.
More material things is happiness. That's what the society.
Gaadi, paisa, bangla.
Gaadi, paisa, bangla, roti, kapda, makan. Right? Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi, okay. These are all the definitions that we get conditioned with. And unfortunately, something else happens. We all grow up. Further. Greater than 15 years. How many of you are greater than 15 years in this room? Just check with the person next to you. ID card nikalwao, yaar. Right? Because emotionally, physically maybe, emotionally, I don't know. We have to check. What happens to us in this age group? What happens to us with respect to L, learning? What happens to us in this age group? Confusion. Confusion happens usually in this age, because I want to do something, but the society tells me to do something else. Right? You start saying what? Okay, let me reveal, because I just have 20 minutes. There's something else that happens. And I'm going to put that as a secret. I'm not going to show it to you guys. There's something beautiful that happens. It's called... What's the word? Everyone together, guys. Now here is what you will do. You will tell this to the person next to you.
I know everything.
Come on, go ahead and say this to the person next. Now here's what you will do next. Here's what you will do next. You will say, I know everything, and the other person will reply back saying, really? Come on, go ahead and do that. Come on, go ahead and do that. All right, we have to get back here now, right? So here's what happens with most of us, and it did happen knowingly or unknowingly, and in the corporate world, this does happen, because we get designations and we think that we know everything. Even in our lives, we think we know, as we age, we know everything. But the person who's a learner throughout his life, and we know chemicals that get released, some of the speakers would probably talk about it, DOSE, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. When you learn, all of these chemicals get released. You grow as an individual, right? And in a corporate world, or in a world where we want to really be happy, one thing that should not, or rather must not stop, is the word called learning. What's the word? Learning. Twice as louder. Learning. Now another thing which learning brings is, Sheila, you must say that. Knowledge. Eliminate the L. What does it bring? Learning. Twice as louder. Learning. Now because earning, exactly. If you really want to learn, if you learn more, you actually earn more. And even if you go by the definition of the society, right, you earn more, you anyhow be happy. Yes? But the society doesn't tell you that, you know what, don't just chase earning, chase learning. The growth in your life, the amount of money that you make in your life, or the career progression that you make in your life is directly relational to our learnings. And that's the first thing that you must build in your culture. If you're a corporate employee, if you're a father, if you are a school teacher, you should build a culture of learning. The more you learn, automatically you become happier. Everyone with me? Yes. What's the first word? Yes. What's the first word? L for? Learning. Right. So let's go to the next one. What's the word? O. Everyone knows it. O for? Don't say orange. Exactly. Right. What's the word? Opportunities. Now, if as an individual, How many of you know, as individuals, we don't have limitations? The limitations exist only in our minds, right? We don't have limitations. What do? Is we compromise and say we don't have opportunities. There's a girl whose name is Arunima Singh, and she lost her legs, and she was the only one amputate person who actually climbed Mount Everest. She did not say that I lack resources, I don't have the legs. She did not say that. She grabbed every opportunity came her way, and she is the one who's recently finished all the 7 summits across the globe, and even Narendra Modi has actually acknowledged her feat, right? In a corporate setup or in our lives as well, opportunities are abundantly available. It is we who think that it is not possible and we sabotage our own happiness. It is equally abundantly available for everyone. Everyone with me? Right? So what should we do when we have an opportunity? Grab it by its collar and say, this is mine, right? And the more you do it, the more happier you will be, right? In a corporate culture, because I have to contextualize to the corporate culture as well, or else in general life as well. A lot of times we think opportunities only in terms of my next level, next job, my next promotion, or the next level of money that I make. The opportunity could be at any level in terms of learning. It could be the support that I can give to other people. It could be in terms of non-tangible things like the number of places that I can travel in the world, right? All of this leads eventually to what was the word called? What's the word called? Happiness. All of that you do leads to happiness. But if we fail to grab the opportunities, it eventually leads us nowhere, right? So let's look at the next one.
Victory.
Give her a round of applause, man. I like her energy. What's the word V? V stands for what? Okay. Okay. Let's give him a round of applause. Come on, give him a round of applause, guys. Now, a lot of people, I look around whenever I do research as well, I realize that a lot of people either are busy with their vision or busy with television. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Right? You know what television shows you? How many of you know television makes you upset and pathetic and all of that, not so good things? And what happens when you see the vision? When you have a...
Television is really a tunnel vision.
Exactly. Right? When you have a vision of your own self, when you have happiness as your priority, right? Nobody ever accomplishes happiness by default. By default, nothing happens. As a corporate and as individuals, when we talk about happiness, we say, is that your priority? Have you made that as your goal? If you don't have it as your vision, and like I say, in a world where we live with distractions, where you've been told that to be happy, you have to be slim, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to have a fair skin, you have to have whatever, and all that, right? In a world where we are distracted by so many things, if we are not very clearly focused on what we want to accomplish, if you're not focused on what our vision is to be happier and healthier all the time, right, we will lead nowhere. So what my request to you again, what my invitation to you will be again, set in vision and be on that particular path. Even in corporates, that's what I keep talking about. Each of us must have a vision and we should fulfill that particular vision. Last thing. What's the last thing?
Energy. I know it, but I'll give others a chance.
Energy.
Right, let's give her a round of applause. Come on, give her a round of applause. Experience. Now, the kind of experiences that we create for ourselves actually leads us to be more happier. Now, there are few experiences that we must create for us to be happy. Like, we must continuously experience the pleasure of giving. How many of you do that? Unconditional giving, which is love again. Unconditional giving when we contribute to the society, right? That brings, how many of you felt really very happy when you helped a blind man cross the road? Was there a condition? Was there like, swipe, only then I will help you cross the road? Right? Did you say Paytm, only then I will help you? There was no conditions allowed. That experience of helping somebody helps you to grow to the next level. Another experience is of travel. Right? How many of you love, and when you come back from a travel, you really feel amazingly well. You feel really refreshed. Yes? Right? And that's the experience that we must create constantly in our life. In fact, it is said that the more you travel, your vision expands, and then you don't look at the minutest of things that bother you in your life. You actually realize that there are bigger problems in the world, and you've been just struggling with small little problems in your life. It gives you a greater vision of life. And again, in corporates, we talk about what experience are you creating for your employees? What experience, even in schools that you're working with, what experience are you creating for your teachers, for your students? In families, what kind of an experience do you have? What kind of environment do you have because of which there is a beautiful experience or not so good beautiful experience that people are having? Think about it. If we don't have a greater experience, you know what? We don't have experience. The biggest thing that gets hit is attrition. Nobody said that money is the factor today. It's the experience that you carry. Facebook, people go there because there is a great experience there. Corporates, some of the corporates that I've been talking to these days, OYO has a beautiful program. They say, even in Google has a beautiful program. They say, you know what? If you on your resume it is only about work, we don't hire you. Yeah, you can clap for that. OYO also says that in your monthly, quarterly reviews and all that, they have a clear-cut thing that is written. Next goal, next quarter, you must have an additional experiential activity that you should add. You will mention that this is the place that I will travel, or this is the contribution that I will make. In fact, some of you know the company called Deloitte. Can I see a show of hands? How many of you know it? They create beautiful experiences for their employees. They have one day in a year, they just take a day off and they go and serve the society. Impact Day, right? And that's an experience that you're creating for your employees, because people feel more connected when you have greater experiences. With me, guys? Yes. Right. So, in a nutshell, I wanted to say, if you really want to be happy, whether it is professional life or your personal life, there are some things that you really need to love, and the love can be created only when you learn, when you create an opportunity for yourself, when you actually have vision for yourself, if you create greater experiences for yourself. And I want to share a beautiful quote which I learned from my mentor. He says, if in your life, you should love certain things without any condition. And if you can love these things without any condition, life will be much more beautiful and much more happy. The first thing that you should love is love yourself. You cannot give what you do not have. An empty water bottle cannot fulfill somebody's thirst, as simple as that. You should first love yourself. The second thing that you should love is the reason why you do whatever you do. If you don't have a reason, you're just like another person who is just existing and not really living. You must love yourself. You must love the reason of your own existence. You should love the people around you. Because there is enough hatred around. If you can love the people around you at no conditions, life will be much, much more beautiful. And the last but not the least thing that you should love is what? You should love yourself, love the reason of your existence, love the people around you.
Love your job. Love
Nobody has the job here, unfortunately.
love the planet.
Yeah, love the reason of your existence. Love what you do. Love yourself is over, no? So here's the thing. Love yourself. Love the reason of your existence. Love the people around you, not as a wife. Love the people around you, and love every breath that you take every day. Because that's the greatest blessing that you have got. Right? So if you can live your life by loving everything, in a world again which is dictated by more hate, love is the only answer. And love is the only reason why you can be happy, smile for people around you, and have a beautiful, wonderful life. With that thought, I just want to sign off. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Have an amazing day.
Thank you so much.